My name is Ethan Carlberg, and this is my presentation over the physical, cognitive, social, and personality development in adolescence. The physical development, we have two main points: the hormonal changes. During puberty, both the adrenal gland and sex glands mature. These processes are known as adrenarche and gonadarche. Hormones play an organizational role, priming the body to behave in a certain way once puberty begins, and an activational role, triggering certain behavioral and physical changes. The process is triggered by the pituitary gland, which secretes a surge of hormonal agents into the bloodstream and initiates a chain reaction. The brain development. Adolescents often engage in increased risk-taking behaviors and experience heightened emotions during puberty. This could be linked to the fact that the frontal lobes of the adolescent's brain are still developing until early adulthood. The cognitive development. The perspectives and advancements in thinking. There are two perspectives on adolescent thinking. The constructivist perspective, based on the work of Piaget, hypothesizes that adolescent cognitive improvement is relatively sudden and drastic, and the information processing perspective derives from the study of artificial intelligence and explains cognitive development in terms of growth of components of the overall process of thinking. And relativistic thinking. Adolescents are more likely to engage in relativistic thinking, or in layman's terms, they are prone to question others' assertions and less likely to accept information as absolute truth. Through experience outside the family circle, they learn that rules that they were taught as absolute are actually relativistic. They begin to differentiate between rules crafted from common sense, such as don't touch a hot stove, and those that are based on culturally relative standards, aka the code of ethics. Social development. Parental relationships. When children go through puberty, there's often a significant increase in parent-child conflict and a decrease in family bonding. Arguments often concern new issues of control, such as curfew, acceptable clothing, the right to privacy. Parent-adolescent disagreement also increases as friends demonstrate a greater impact on the child. This is especially true when parents do not approve of new friends' values or behaviors. And peer relationships. The level of influence that peers can have over an adolescent makes these relationships particularly important in personal development. As children begin to create bonds with various people, they start to form friendships. High-quality friendships may enhance a child's development regardless of the particular characteristics of those friends. Adolescents associate with friends of the opposite sex much more than in childhood, and tend to identify with larger groups of peers based on shared characteristics. Children frequently pick up the behaviors of those peer groups. In comes the phrase, "You are who you associate yourself with." Personality development. The environmental factors. Renowned psychologist Carl Rogers emphasized how childhood experiences affect personality development. Many psychologists believe that there are certain critical periods in personality development in which the child will be more sensitive to certain environmental factors. For example, children who were toilet trained too early, or those that had toilet training carried out too strictly, may become rebellious. Another example is shown by children who learn appropriate behavior to their sex lives when there is a good relationship with their same-sex parent. Cultural factors. Researchers comparing cultural groups for specific personality types have found some important differences. For example, in Northern European countries and the United States have individualistic cultures that put more emphasis on individual needs and accomplishments. In contrast, Asian, African, Central American, and South American countries are characterized more by community-centered cultures that focus on belonging to a larger group, such as family or a nation. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.